Alright, let's go ahead and get this stream started. Welcome to the stream, Stags and Does. Welcome every single one of you. Hello, hi, my name is Red the Deer. Appreciate you guys checking this one out. That zoom in was super awkward and totally just threw me off. But today is another day that we are playing World of Warcraft. I was finishing up leveling up my troll before we started playing the new character that we're going to be going through. But for those that have been watching for a long time, thank you so much, first of all. Second of all, you guys all know that I am on a journey to get every single race in World of Warcraft to max level. So if you guys check this out real fast, boom, right there, we have every single race of the original 8 that we have leveled up recently to max level, at least to the level where you can get the heritage armor. So that's why we've started doing this. Blizzard has been introducing more and more race-specific content. There's a extra quest line you can do if you do the Reclaiming of Gilneas if you're on a Worgen. Obviously, all the Heritage Armor quest chains are very, very good example of what I mean by race-specific content. So I made it a goal as a content provider to be able to provide content. I need to have a max level of every single character. So that is what I've done. This is all the Heritage Armor characters wearing their heritage armor. Honestly, the gnome's like my favorite. The orc is pretty good. The undead is, I think, one of the better ones because it really matches the Forsaken. I just really hate the back. I don't know about you guys. Torrens is amazing. And Troll is the only one out of the original 8 to not get a heritage quest chain. So that's a shame, but we do have them to level 60. This is my Sand Fury Troll. This is the gear that I gave him because I think that's what looks best like a Sand Fury Troll. Now, we start the journey at a level 1 Draenei. When we rolled these characters the very first time, we always said that they were going to be a specific spec based off of what I think best matched the class and the race combo. So a Draenei, the best class that matches a Draenei's personality, in my opinion, is a Paladin. Murad was a Paladin. The very first Draenei we ever saw in game was a Paladin.
You are a soldier of the Noble Alliance.
And we're going to do Paladin, but now we have to decide between Protection and Retribution. I think we take Protection.
We're nearing the island where the previous
Which
expedition was
means
lost.
pretty much we're going to be leveling up this character with dungeons. Try to get through the starting zone fairly quickly here.
Good. Looks like you've kept up your paladin training during our voyage. I hope this rain.
We do have a guide that is helping us right now.
This is supposed to be a simple rescue mission.
Go ahead and turn down the audio just a smidge. And then we'll go over here to action bars. Actually, let's go edit mode. Oop, can't do it yet until we're off of the boat, turns out. I might have to get a weak aura as well, so that way I can pay attention to my holy power. I've not played a paladin since the middle of Shadowlands, so I'm a little rusty. I played paladin for like 10 years, so I'm not that rusty, but I'm definitely a little rusty.
You're a skilled paladin. That's it for warming up. You and the other new recruits are a promising bunch. I'll tell you that much.
What I need to do is I need to level up every single class to max level currently in game so I can make character guides, class guides for the YouTubes, but I just haven't been motivated to do that lately. And you guys have been eating up my guides like crazy. Thank you so much. I've got a lot of content on YouTube specifically towards World of Warcraft and guides and whatnot, so thank you so much for watching those videos. More guides to come. More in the Do It in a Day series, as well as eventually, like I said, class guides. I don't know if I'll start that this expansion or next one, but
I'm glad you made it out in one piece.
We shall see.
Are you injured? Murlocs are dangerous in large numbers. Take back
I believe I do get to mount here.
too many of them at once.
I do. I never turned on auto loot. That's what it was. Auto loot. Why is it not a default option? Crazy. So we're looking to do these in under 10 hours. Each of these characters in under 10 hours played. My troll, I kind of dilly-dallied on. I've never done a lot of the garrison stuff on the horde side of things, so I decided to take him through Draenor. And I was just having such a good time that I really progressed the garrison a lot more than I ever needed to. I wasted probably like 3 hours played just doing garrison stuff, like upgrading the herbs and fishing a lot to get my fishing maxed out for some reason. I don't know. I was having fun. Could have been doing that on my main character, but turns out I wasn't. I always like to get level 3 here by killing Murlocs. Once you get about halfway through the main area, you actually hit level 12 by leaving this area if you get level 3 here now. So, easy to get level 3. We grab our Judgment. Now we'll be a higher level as we leave, which will make it even less time we have to worry about.
We have to patch everyone up before we can begin the search for the missing expedition.
Nasty storm. It must have hit the first boat. Never seen a storm like that.
Don't worry. We'll find the expedition.
I saw a fire near some wreckage up ahead. We should investigate it to see if there are more survivors.
Recruit, you and I will scout ahead. Hungry.
The others, taken. This is Ilaria, a Draenei shaman who was with the Lost Expedition.
Come. Of course I did. He's my son. But more than that, he's a soldier of the Alliance. We leave no one behind.
Please. Ilaria says that the Quillbore kidnapped the rest of the expedition, including my son.
Far deadlier than Murlocs. You need to be ready for the dangers ahead. All right, let's see what you know. Crusader Strike increases your holy power. You'll need it to use more potent abilities. You're brimming with holy power. Fine work. A skilled paladin builds up holy power quickly. And then good. Keep using Crusader Strike to build up your holy power. You have enough good. You're out of holy power, so use Crusader Strike to generate more. You're getting the hang of it. Keep using Crusader Strike to gain holy power. You have enough holy power. Good. You're ready to face the Quillbore. Let's get our people back.
Fine work, right Draenei. The Quillbore kidnapped the rest of the expedition and took them to the north.
Ilaria, recover your stamina before pushing forward.
Over here. The Quillbore are conducting some sort of ritual.
I've got. There's a from what Quillbore are primitive and savage.
Let's go.
They rarely
Those
practice any
monsters
magic
are my
other than
son.
geomancy.
I didn't see him, but I'm sure he's still alive.
I know. I raised him to overcome
It's too far away. Return to the earth. I need a target. Our horns will strike on you. I need to target something first. I don't have a target. For ritual. Intruder!
I knew the Alliance would rescue us. Let's get out of here. You're Captain Garrick, Henry's mother. You always said you'd come for us.
Well, he was right. Now, where's the rest of
Thanks for saving my life.
Let me know how it
Good
I'm
work.
not sure.
I hope those Quillbore. You're looking for Henry Garrick, right?
I brought
He's a
along
nice guy.
miniaturized
A bit glum,
Scoutomatic
but nice.
5000. Let's just unshrink it. Whoops, too big. A slight adjustment and... There! Just right. Give it a try. Come in. It seems the Scoutomatic 5000's camera is working as expected.
It has a camera? Then why does anyone need to be up there?
As a backup, of course. What if the machine were to break? We wouldn't be able to see. I mean, I doubt anything of the sort will happen. Just don't jostle it around too much.
Quiet. I see something.
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? How are we going to deal with that?
We have to stop the sacrifice. But it would take an army to get through all of the undead.
Or science. The resizer can enlarge one of the nearby floors so it can trample all of those monsters flat.
We don't have son's life is on the line.
Testing? Ah, there we go. Vicky forgot to plug in the mic when she got done streaming this morning. I think that's like the second time she's done that. I'm gonna have to put a little sticky note out or something. What's the most passive-aggressive way to tell her to put a sticky or to plug in the mic when she's done streaming? Why am I just killing boars, bro? I'm getting ahead of myself because I've done this too many times.
There's no. The resizer V9.0.1 barely works on inanimate
That's a
objects.
lot of XP right there.
I have no idea what it will do to organic matter.
There's a lot of free XP. Thank you.
Whoops, too small. Let's see. Turn this dial. Okay, try it now.
Yo, Pickle! What is up? 44, holy crap.
Yeah, try again.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44, dude. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. How's it been, brother? WoW's grinding's going pretty good, you know? We're on level 6. I think we have a total of less than 1,000 levels for all of the characters. We are done with all of the original 8. So I think there's Draenei, Blood Elf, Worgen Goblin, Pandaren.
Let's report back.
So there's those 5, plus the next 8 allied races, which is 12, plus the Drekthir, 13. 13 more races, I believe. I could be wrong, though. You're living, bro. It's good to hear from you.
How long the
Glad you're doing
resizer will
well.
last, so let's get moving.
You're alive. That's what matters, bro.
Camp once we've cleared a path.
Mother, I knew you'd save us.
Order the
We're hopefully going to be able to start getting like into a groove of things. I need to start buying the XP potions that you can get from BFA. 10% is actually significant.
Hang on, recruit.
And there's other, like, I could start following a better path to level up faster, but hopefully we can get all the characters under 10 hours.
Finish off that necromancer and save my son.
180 hours total to get my goal completed,
Please, help.
if that's the case,
I won't last much longer.
which is nice. Little buggy. There's like a fruit fly in my room or something, flying around. Slice, baby, slice. This character being a tank or a primary role, will be able to spam very, very quickly a lot of dungeons.
But they were too strong.
And with heirlooms, we'll pretty much be able to solo them, so hopefully that'll make this character level up nice and quick. We'll see how far we can
Thank
get
you,
tonight.
stranger. I thought I was going to be punished for failing to save.
Yes, Mother.
If you were on the Horde, you would have been punished, bro. You would have been flogged. Flailed, strewn up,
Quartermaster Richter was able to scavenge. Greetings.
maybe even
friend.
hun. Alright, let's sell. Do I have to buy that ugly ass tabard? You gonna make me?
See you later.
All stocked up? That I found something strange while using Lindy's Scout-O-Matic that you should probably know about.
Scout-O-Matic.
Captain
Gorn!
Garrick wants us to search West O Camp for any other members of the expedition.
I'm gonna beat you guys up here. When can we do our edit mode? That's so weird, you can't do it until later.
Well, I think we
Yeah, I definitely, wait until the expansion Could be
The
a good
giant
call.
pit of spiders, the wind's whisper of people
Season
being
4
trapped
is
in
going to
the
be
pit.
really, really fun
It
though.
seems they're
And there's a
making more
lot of
members of the expedition
catch-up
within.
mechanics to get you like raid. Like if you buy the War Within, you get a raid-ready character right now. Like you could join my guild and you could start running raid tomorrow. Our first night in raid is tomorrow. So there's reason to get in now. There's reason to get in. Wait till the expansion comes out. Really, that sub price is really like the downfall. So if you can afford the sub price, it's no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. For me, I think now's a pretty good time to get in. The season before an expansion drops is always better than just right before an expansion drops, because then you've got a full character. You're already back into the swing of things. You can start getting all of the characters that you want. Like if you want to level up a new character for the next expansion, you've got time to do that. Where if you hear the due date for the expansion, which we still don't know at this point, we're guessing August. Like you start getting on like along July or August time, like a week before the expansion drops, you're basically stuck with whatever character you boost, and you have to like relearn how to play the game in that short of a period of time. Getting in now also allows you to benefit by like, or you get to experience Dragonflight, and Dragonflight was an extremely good expansion, especially because Season 4, we're going to every single raid. So coming in at the end of an expansion is actually the best way to see it now. Because you get to see every single raid. You get to do a lot of the mythic dungeons that were a part of the expansion. The progression systems are all super catch-up, so you can get through them quickly. You've got no time gates, so you can literally go through the content at your own pace. And you can level a character in 10 hours right now with the system I'm going to show you. If you guys follow the stream, and this will be this whole part will be one YouTube video. This guy, we're just going to upload the whole stream. So it'll probably be like a 6-hour video, or hopefully it'll probably be a 10-hour video if we actually do it under 10 hours, but I might make cuts and shrink things down. I don't know how much I'm going to edit that. YouTube's been doing good though, man. I've got like 30,000 views in the last 28 days, so I'm averaging about 1,000 views a day, which is really, really cool. We're releasing content like YouTube videos every single day right now, even multiple videos a day sometimes, and we're just pumping out content. Slaying It Online starting to grow again. So I'm really just doing this as a courtesy right now. YouTube's basically, I stream just to get YouTube content now.
Yeah, well, I guess you could see it that way.
Rayleigh, a Dream Chaser, is a druid of the Cenarian Circle, an order dedicated to protecting the relics of Azeroth. Thanks for saving
They
me.
cannot say that
Right,
dude's
Draenei.
name at all. It's kind
I'll
of funny.
do my best to be of help to you.
We are already level 7.
Ah, you are not in league with the ogres. Please.
I love
you
that
must aid me.
the Paladin quest is right here, because you don't have to like go off into the boondocks to get it completed. Like the Shaman one's all the way over by the boar, so you have to like kind of run out of your way to get it done. But you do get Ghost Wolf, so you make up time later if you don't have them out.
Step forward, Paladin. The light will aid you in your...
I wonder what race class combo we chose for Warlock.
The light's presence is weak.
Or not
here.
Warlock, for
Protect those as you would wish the
Worgen
light
is
to
what I
put-
meant to
those
say.
who serve
I
the
think we
light will
chose
know its
Priest,
blessing.
but I don't
This
know.
island
Maybe
has been
Druid.
cursed by necrotic
Hey Vic,
magic.
welcome to stream. How you doing
The
today?
light can only just reach this place.
Dark magic.
It's the puppy shirt. Yeah, this is puppy shirt. It's the one with the puppies. You want me to cast Divine Shield? No problem. Word of Glory.
You have done well.
I finished my
Right,
troll,
Draenei.
babe. We are now on
Dispel this
Draenei.
foul magic wherever you encounter it.
And it's funny because these two are the most important to get done right now, because when
You
patch
have my thanks.
when the
Right,
patch
Draenei.
drops
I must
10.27
leave this world,
May
but
7th,
I wish you luck.
the Draenei and Troll Heritage Armor comes out, so I have to get these two characters. I have to get this character to max level by May 7th. We're gonna get it done in probably 2 days.
Seems the harpy
Because we'll be... Well, I'm raiding
Seems
tomorrow.
the
I raid on
the
Wednesday.
Harpies totems
The next time we get to play this is Thursday, and we want to do
Dreadful
Counter-Strike
assault.
content on Thursday. Maybe gambling content on Fridays now.
Come on.
We gotta start working around the schedule. I gotta figure out when I actually get to play WoW that's not raid time. You see, I mean, to be fair, you do see Vicky every time you hop into chat. She comes over and says hi sometimes, but you don't really get to see her in chat. So that's the way that you know Victoria is like her chat name, and I think that's kind of funny that just popped up in my head. She's at work right now. I think she's on her last break. I started to stream late today. Wow. We'll see if we can actually finish for the time frame.
I need to get closer.
Do 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 do. Wonder how much gold it actually is to fully upgrade every single heirloom in the game. I'm sure Wowhead has like a description of it, but
I need to target something first.
can I just talk to you and get
No,
the progress?
you gotta run. The Harpies are using me as bait to get the rest of yet.
Missed the window. Now we gotta sit through the role play. That's a shame. Yep. So the gear that I have is called heirloom gear. You can purchase it from a vendor in Ironforge for gold. You can also earn a lot of it through PvP, and some raids drop heirloom pieces. But basically, you can equip 7 heirloom pieces. They're all unique, so you can only have one on a time, right? And there's not boots, heirlooms, there's no pelt of heirloom. That's just like the main pieces, like pants. You can see it all. It's a helmet, breastplate, shoulder pads, legs, cloak, ring, and trinkets. And there's weapons. It just makes... It used to actually give you a lot of extra experience. It used to give you 200% extra experience. Now it just makes your rested experience bar last longer and increase your movement speed. And also helps deal damage. But it does eventually end up getting level capped. Like mine goes up to 34 because I've not fully upgraded them. Some of them might go up higher than that. 39 on the helmet. So after 39, the gear that starts dropping will eventually be better than my heirloom gear. Until I blow $40 on gold and upgrade every single one of my heirlooms. I probably should have done that a while ago before I started this challenge, but I wonder how much gold it actually is. I might have enough. I've got like almost... I almost have 500,000 on my main character. That might not be near enough. It might be like 2 million, but we'll find out. Yeah, get used to my paladin looking like this for like the next 30 levels. Only thing that's going to change are glovies. Visually. I guess a belt as well, but no one looks at belts.
What a rush. Is this how it feels to be an adventurer?
Let's get back to camp and deliver the good news.
It's also the reason why I have the heirloom mount. After you buy 30 heirlooms, something like that, 50 heirlooms maybe, you get the heirloom mount. Which is a lot easier to do than you think. I think the base heirloom gear, it goes to like from level 1 to 20. It's probably like 100 gold a piece. So if you get like 10,000 gold, you can go buy enough heirlooms to get the mount that lets you use it at any level and gives you heirloom gear for leveling up alts.
Expedition's captain.
When I
Lindy's
started in
Scout-O-Matic
Shadowlands, I never got
spotted
the
her just
change
outside
to
Dark
go
Maul
through
Citadel.
Ironforge and stuff. Yeah, bro. You got to go back and see old content. Like, that's the reason what I'm doing right now. But I'm also, like, a lot of the videos I'm making are how to farm old content, how to go back and do things that you didn't ever get the chance to do live, or that you didn't get to do because you weren't playing the game at the time. Whatever the reason might be. 85% of the enjoyment in this game, I believe, is collecting items, gear, collectibles. That's the reason why I play it. I know a lot of people might disagree, but that's definitely the reason why I play it. The allied races, I believe, will become unlocked by default at the beginning of the War Within, or they will become a lot easier to unlock. I forget what's happening. One of the two things. I know the allied races are going to become more available overall. I just don't remember how available. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Mythic Plus is one of the best systems in the game, and raiding defined the genre. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if you boost a character right now, you can come to my raid tomorrow. They give you enough item level to where the gear on your starter boosted character is high enough to raid. It's pretty bonkers. And tomorrow is going to be the reset day for like getting all of the new gear, so every single person's going to be on equal level playing field, where like the greens you go get from the world quests will be better gear than the gear you're currently wearing, because season 4 is just doing a massive skyrocket. And all the old content is giving, they like did this thing in Dragonflight where old content provided up-to-date gear, and then they just have a rank system on how to upgrade your gear. So a baseline default easy thing to do will give you adventure gear, and adventure gear can be upgraded to halfway through the next tier of gear, and then adventure gear turns into
Dark Maul Citadel. Rescue. This will be fun.
champion gear. Champion gear turns into hero
Just a
gear.
little
Hero
forbidden
gear
void
turns
magic
into like
mixed
god
together with
gear,
druidic components
and
from
all of
Ban.
those can be upgraded to specific levels.
All right, recruit.
So if you get like
An ogre and get us inside the Citadel.
only adventure gear, you could still basically do lower mythic pluses because you can upgrade those pieces of gear to a specific level. You don't even have to go dual. Like, you can have a high item level without even doing high content now. It's really cool. It's interesting. They opened the game up to a lot of different play styles.
What do we have here? All the sacrifices, take them to the back. We'll seal them with the wardstones, like we did their leader.
Taunt. That's going to be important.
Captain Kelra! No, no, no! How can we break these seals?
I just kick him over. I'm a giant ogre. Oh.
We're Captain Kelra won't
Well,
last. This
my
is bad.
illusion faded.
Right,
Or
Draenei.
faded,
It
so,
sounds like the ogres plan on attacking our
now we just
friends
gotta go
back
do
at
it the hard
camp.
way. I feel like I could just, like, throw a Judgment Hammer at that stone and it'd break, but, they think otherwise. There's too many people leveling right now. It actually kind of sucks. There's, like, enough people leveling to where I'm actually fighting for spawns. That's kind of funny. I will say from, like, there's 2 hunters as well. I will say from the perspective of someone who's played the game since vanilla, Dragonflight's the best expansion they've ever made. Anyone who disagrees, you can fight me. You're wrong. Dragonflight is by far the best expansion World of Warcraft's ever made, Blizzard's ever made. Hands down. It's not even close. People will look back on this expansion 10 years from now and wish that they could play it. It's going to give them that classic nostalgia that currently Classic has, but everyone actually doesn't realize that Classic sucks. I will say Season to Discovery is very fun and very cool, but that's not Classic WoW. That's retail WoW in Classic WoW. And what they're doing with the Mists of Pandaria remix is going to basically replace the need to progress Classic any other way. Remix is going to be always so fun. I think they're going to do seasons of it, where like they'll do Mists of Pandaria remix for like 3 months. And then the next 3 months will be Warlords of Draenor remix. And it'll be just like so cool. Like, there'll be opportunities for you to go back and just like see old expansions pretty quickly currently, and in a fun way with friends and stuff. I'm excited for remix. It's going to be very, very cool. That comes out May 17th, May 14th, the week after 10.27. Yeah, Classic's pretty bad. Classic Cataclysm is going to be very, very fun. Cataclysm is the first game that feels like modern WoW, They really had a focus on specializations, and they made you feel like your role was important. Healers, tanks, and DPS all were redefined. DPS got switched into range and melee, and there was different boss mechanics that would interact with range or melee. Healers were put into the range category. Tanks were put into the melee category. They were able to design fights to be more dynamic and interesting. The graphic capabilities was completely all upgraded, so the game started to look a lot better, as well as they remapped, or they redid the entire overworld map to be like beautiful and up to date and current. That questing area in all of Azeroth is still the same quest zones that it was in Cataclysm, so it's the most, it feels like the most memorable. Cataclysm Classic is very, very good, and it's going to be super fun. I might give that a go just for a bit, but they still have a restriction on whether or not you unlock things in Classic Cataclysm. Why do you not unlock things in your main account? In Pandaria Remix, they're switching that to where everything you unlock in Remix, you get on your main account. They should just do the same with Classic. If they did that, I would probably play it, because I would rather just go farm the actual things that I could get from playing Classic on my main character. There's no real reason for me to play Classic besides nostalgia. And after I get to like level 30, I just don't have the care to continue leveling.
I'll have to tell Lindy that his bombs worked perfectly.
Like, I don't care to be like in a guild raiding in Classic. Like, I'd rather just be on my main character doing retail. The exact same thing.
But we still need to stop Gogros.
Exactly, yeah. Classic's got its own player base.
Plans to raise a powerful dragon, Ravner,
For
from
sure.
the dead.
For sure. I just queue up as a DPS. I can't even queue up as a tank. That's fine. Did we hit 10? We did hit 10. We go for protection. It doesn't have your favorite class. Yeah, you like playing monk, so
Let's move. I'll draw the
that
others.
is kind of tough.
The rest of you focus on taking them down.
Hand of Freedom's pretty nice. Hammer of Wrath's really nice. Divine Steed. That could really help with leveling. Do I get to do edit mode net? Not yet, bro. You're joking? Once I get to edit mode, I'll move where Divine Steed is, if not where it's going to stay.
We've almost cleared the room. Keep pushing.
Necrotic energy. They must be close to reanimating the dragon.
I'm really excited for the hero talents in the War Within. I'm just worried that it's going to be way too much talent bloat. Like, why do we still have our entire large... They should just get rid of this talent tree. They should combine... Like, make this two trees, like, divided better. Get rid of half the talents. Make a lot of them passives. And then do the hero talents. That way we don't have 85 choices to go through, but rather just the amount that we have now. Making people choose the 5 different builds that you can do with your talents, and then also the 4 or the 2 different builds that you can do with hero talents, making it 10 total options, seems like a good thing, but everyone's just going to play the exact same class combo talent switch for AoE, Mythic Plus, single target, PvP, because there's going to be best in slot numbers. So just like having that many choices is going to be confusing to the people that don't min-max. I've seen a lot of people already, like, who are really good at min-maxing, like Bajira, struggling to, like, create good combos and, like, good builds because everything's so hodgepodge. And the mix and match, like, doesn't flow well.
No time to waste. We've got Gorgoth cornered.
Well, there's many different ways to play Mistweaver healing. There's actually 3 different formats right now. There's Fist Weaving, there is Caster, and then there's Traditional. So you could have been playing in a different version than what you've seen. The talent choices that you take determine how you play. Fist Weaving, you focus a lot on applying a debuff to enemies that heal targets around you for the damage you do. It's really, really good for PvP, but it's not sustainable for PvE. And then there's casting right now, which is extremely strong burst healing, but it's a different playstyle than they've ever done. And then the final one is traditional, where you use Soothing Mist to get instant casts. And that's basically the one that everyone likes to play right now. But Mistweaver's kind of in a weird spot because of all the different playstyles. They don't really know which direction they want to go. And hero talents are going to make Mistweavers even more challenging. Blizzard's really struggling with it, to the fact that they've not even released it on the alpha. They're one of the only classes that don't have their hero talents available because they don't know what they want to do with them. What am I playing next expansion? Good question. I'm probably going to play Hunter again.
I think we stopped it.
Back in Shadowlands, I only had the Mythic for the first weaving, for the fist weaving. But I played closer to traditional caster. That's how you're supposed to do it. Fist weaving is so good for PvP and Mythic Plus. But the burst, the healing output isn't high enough for raids, and it's not mana-wise, it's too hungry if you have to try to counter. Like, if you're like, oh shit, we're about to die, and you have to go start spending mana, you'll run out of mana by the end of the fight. There's a really cool Fist Weaver for Druids right now, where they swap in and out of cat form.
You should feel proud of yourself, right, Draenei? We all worked together to
Draenei,
thwart the plans
right,
of an insane
Draenei.
necromancer while rescuing a missing expedition.
She said, right, Draenei. Wild.
It's time for us to head back to Stormwind, now that reinforcements have arrived and the
Says
storm
that this
has
cloak
passed.
is better because it upgraded, but I think it's just gonna get worse. It already is worse that I leveled up once, but it is currently better. So I just gotta hold on to that until that becomes better. Make Cat Druid in action? Yeah, I think I saw. I think I saw you on it for a bit. Right around the time I was playing this Paladin again. Follower dungeons! I didn't realize that you could even do follower dungeons at this point. That's so fun.
In time, the island will heal from their dark rituals.
Alright, so the goal is try to finish the intro to the Warlords of Draenor, but at first I want to get to level 20 before I do that. So we're going to grind dungeons until we hit level 20, and then we're going to do the Warlords of Draenor intro. Should be like an hour, give or take. Depends on if we get good dungeons. The first thing we have to do is make sure that we choose the Cataclysm time zone, because the original dungeons are a lot faster and give a lot of XP. This is my feral kitty in cat form. My feral druid in cat form. Swiper, no swiping. This is Mr. Malleable Wayne. He really just lets you do whatever you want. He's super cute. He just likes to be physically touched. If there is a finger poking him, he'll start to purr. The dude's an easy please. He was basically purring that whole time I was holding him, even though it looks like I'm just dancing him around. He does not care. It's kind of cute.
Stormwind City.
Varian, speak to me.
Of the Noble Alliance.
Tell me about it.
Though they hail from many different lands.
Like where?
The races of the Alliance convene in Stormwind.
That's so
on
cool.
matters of trade,
Okay.
diplomacy. Their age-old enemy, the Savage Horde, poses
That guy's about to go die.
threat. But no matter the challenge, the soldiers of Stormwind stand ready to face it.
It's so fucking epic, bro.
Fleeing a distant world overcome by demonic corruption. You and your fellow Draenei have secured a new home among steadfast allies. Azeroth faces countless threats. Bold heroes are needed to rise up and defend her. For the
Oh, I just realized this is the new intro for classes. Generally, when you make a new character, if you select their old zone,
we are back in Stormwind.
I'll show you guys at the end of stream. If you go to their old zone, there's like a whole intro, like voiceover. Everyone knows that. You're the Forsaken, and you're loyal to Sylvanas. Blah 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 blah. Right? That's the new intro. If you do the that starting zone, but instead of happening at character creation, it happens when you get to your capital city. That's pretty cool.
The captain has arranged for you to receive a mount to help you get around.
Ask a guard for directions. Do I have to?
What do you need directions to?
I've done this bit before. Can I just say
It's great
goodbye?
to be back in Stormwind. What do you need directions to?
Did you get directions?
It's great to be back in Stormwind.
Here we come.
I can't. Thank you. I was like, please grab me, please. I don't want to have to restart this quest. One of the things I liked a lot about my cat druid is that I was able to get the restoration main spells. So I could hop out of cat form and just start healing with reju, regrowth, and I think wild growth if I remember correctly. I think I remember you doing that quite a bit.
Welcome to Stormwind.
Like if the guild ever, or if like the raid fight was going to die, you like helped out and healed it. Healed yourself at least, or maybe the tanks. I think I remember. That sounds familiar. For sure. My eyes always look so dark because of the lighting in here. I need to have like a better ring light. Doo-doo-doo. Reface it that way.
We're headed to Old Town.
Is that worse?
Well, an older part of town. Stormwind has a lot.
That's a little better, I think. It's not so harsh. Still lights me up. Doom, doom, doom. Is it fully zoomed? Ooh, it's not. There we go. We're trying to get a little bit closer to you guys, so that way
So you're the
you feel
newcomer
creeped
that I've
out when
been
we look
hearing so
directly at
much
the
about.
camera. No,
I am at your service. Hey,
because it's
right
better
for
for
me out.
reactions for YouTube.
Have you decided on a combat specialization yet?
Your skill set.
I have. I still can't queue up for dungeons, bro? Crazy. What do I gotta get to? What point?
Greetings. There are 3 specializations available to Paladin. Greetings. Excellent choice of I don't know about you, but all this running around has got me thirsty.
On me.
I love that room. I've explored that room so much. Can I do edit mode yet? I still can't edit mode either. You gotta get out of like this tutorial. I think there's a way to skip this front bit, and I gotta look up how to do it before we do our next character, because I'm not going through this intro for 15 more times.
Fill your tankard and pull up a chair. We've stories. Fill your. As long as the Pig and Whistle Tavern is your home, we'll keep
Perfect,
the.
thank
I've
you.
been looking for you all. You should head to Stormwind Keep without delay.
Oh my god, I will say goodbye to him.
It's great to be back in Stormwind.
It's been an honor adventuring with you, friend.
Thanks, you too. The hell do you sell? Oh, you sell the bike. That's all like, that guy's name is Lenny Fingers McGee. Hey, double lurking. Thank you so much for the extra views. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, a wild growth goes a long way in those little burst moments for sure. Yet, we still can't queue up. It's cringe. Bro.
Excellent. King Rin has called us together for an urgent war council.
What news do you bring, Spymaster?
Thank you for
Nothing.
coming.
I have received word that the Horde has joined forces with the Zandalari Empire.
I don't want to do this intro.
Increased.
Then we must make new allies of our own. Jaina, what of Kultiris?
I'm abandoning that.
To none on the open seas.
It's fine. We're not doing Tad's War. We had to go talk to the main chick. If we go talk to Chromie, then we can switch to Classic Cataclysm Time. If we go to Classic Cataclysm Time, then we can get faster, better finishing dungeons. There are, like, all the dungeons in Classic from, like, level 10 to 20 take, like, 5 minutes to do. They're very, very quick. Yeah, I just needed to remember that I didn't have to go talk to whoever the hell I needed to talk to there. I could have just... The moment you get to Stormwind, you could just run over to Chromie. That would be correct, I believe. Hey, Chromie.
Hey there, right Draenei?
Yes, please.
Chromie is seeking veteran adventurers to embark on. Hey there, I'm glad you made it. Hey there, right Draenei? Wherever you want to go, I can help you get there.
Who would have thought someone named Deathwing would bring about so much
Perfect.
destruction?
Why can't I do tank? Hello? I chose Prot, right? That's kind of weird. I'm just reactivating it so that way it shows that I'm on it. Maybe it doesn't show. And edit mode. Thank you. Choose Red the Deer. And now we go to options, action bars. Thank you. Shift F. Thank you. You're fine. Boom, 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 boom. Basically, we have my full rotation right now.
Hey there, time works in mysterious ways. But you
Wild.
don't look like a stranger to mystery.
There it is. I was all like, how was it not letting me queue for a tank? Bing bada boom. Nice. This one's gonna be good. Always grab the quests.
The problem with luckily find them, and once you've killed, good to see you again, right Draenei?
Options.
For a moment, I was worried that you wouldn't come.
Raid frames. You guys just gotta kill stuff quick. That's all you gotta do.
I need to target something first.
I'm not pulling everything. Just kidding, I guess I am. Instantly pulls everything.
I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to target something first.
Do 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 do.
My endless agony shall be yours as well. No rest.
We gotta remember to grab the blade from the water in this next part. Everyone always forgets. Grab the blade there, and then you grab the blade in the next area. She sells for 25. It's crazy. Don't need a Hearthstone anymore. We have the toys. Still not better. think I want to do that before.
I need a target. I need to get closer. I'm out of range. I need to target someone.
We're good, we're good, we're good. We're fine, we're fine. Just heal. See the blade in the water? Everyone always forgets the blade in the water.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
I really don't even need to use taunt. I could just basically use Avenger Shield and I have aggro. Brother Korloff!
I will break you.
You will break nothing, Brother Korloff, but your own bones. Nice. A little upset we've not gotten a level yet, but I guess we
Come so
got that extra level by getting level 3 at the Murloc area.
I'll honor you with clean deaths.
So we're already 11 rather than being 10 right now. That's fair.
I don't have a target.
There's 1, that's 12. I'd love to be like 15 by the, or no, 20. I'd love to be like 21 by the end of the stream. This guy whacks like a truck. Holy shit.
But my legend.
You shall pay for this treachery.
Literally was whacking like a truck.
The light has spoken.
I'm gonna die. I can't even, I was trying to bubble for it.
My child.
That's such bad luck. There's no way they even have a B-res. They could probably win it with just the Disc Priest. If Disc Priest just casts Holy Nova, they win. Healers have such a, like a crazy scaling issue with these lower levels. That's why all the speedrunners from max level, or level of character max level speedrunners all do Disc Priests. Good job. They're better. They're better. And I'm getting the res. Oh, they're so nice. Thank you. Where's the Hooded Crusader? I was like, there you are.
With white mane, thank you, and I bid you adieu for now.
Perfect. We got 2 levels there from 1 dungeon. That's awesome. Keep the heirlooms for when we get a higher level. Eventually the gear will outweigh itself. Good, let's go again. Anyone want to come? They're welcome to come. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat tonight. I've not made myself food, and I need to figure out what I need to do for that. Probably gonna just make something, but I'd love to like DoorDash myself food and be a bad little kitty. Vicky would get mad though. Maybe I should have Vicky bring me home food. I love when she does that. That's like the best. Do, 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 do. Boom, boom. Oh shit. Yo, what a legend, bro. Look at this dude's transmog. What an absolute unit. The pink hair. The pink hair is everything. What is going on with this clown, bro? I love it. It's so fun. Dude really likes Love is in the
How
Air.
did you get in here?
Good for you, bro. Recently re-ran through Nomergon on my Hunter, trying to 100% it, and I'm only missing like 2 pieces of gear.
I need to target something first.
Perfect. Hopefully that rogue's twinking. They are not. Ran into some twinkers earlier today, like I talked about how the other character I was playing on was basically getting carried through one-shot dungeons. 1000% better, by the way. So I guess that is like a thing coming back. Basically, a twink, or TWENK, is, or TWINK, depends on how you look at it. Potato potato. Is someone who locks their level so they can no longer gain experience from doing anything. And then they just buff out their character to be the best in-slot gear at that character's level, like level 10. And then they do things like just run through slots, trying to get even better gear, trying to get like Warforged, like slotted gear from like Warlords of Draenei, which is like the best gear to get that it scales with every level. It's pretty interesting. I was having a nice conversation with them. That culture used to be all about honor. You could like stop your level progress at like level 10, or like level 19 was a big one. And at level 19, you would just get the best gear you possibly can, all the best enchants, all the best gems, and you'd go run battlegrounds, and you would get max honor and send it to your alts and send it to your main character as well, because honor used to be transferable through crates. And it was a really interesting system. It kind of died off when they started making the game a little bit more alt friendly, and everything was like more universal. You didn't have to like do that kind of crazy stuff, but it still was around because it kind of became a hobby of people, like just to start twinking. And now it's like a min-max culture of like who can make the best twink. So it's cool to see that it's like still got roots. And I was gonna like do an interview with them, but they all had to go. Didn't get the opportunity. Would have loved to tell their story. I'm the tank. What am I doing? I'm like waiting for this tank to pull because I'm not used to tanking. Dumb, dude. I'm so dumb. Doo-doo-doo. I wish these guys were dying faster, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wish this healer would start casting. It would be much appreciated. What's up, boys? We don't have to pull them, I don't think. Consider yourself skipped. Can I go start a build on this? Thank you. Hand of freedom, huh? Big Shield of the Righteous here. It's like I was gonna wait for Megavolt the first time. Oh wow, that's so cool that we actually got the sword to drop. It's pretty rare. Nice. Dummies, y'all got parachutes.
Took you long enough. I'd keep my distance from BE Bearchus and Murdoch, neither is terribly stable.
Do. We'll probably see some of the twinked action happening when we get to Warlords of Draenor, because they all want to spam run those. Because all the gear that drops from those dungeons are not, it's not only really, really good gear, but it has a chance to get Warforged to be even a higher boosted item level with stats, and has a chance to get sockets, which then you could put the Shadowlands gems in because they're any level. And it gets pretty crazy how powerful they get. They literally can one-shot bosses. Makes dungeons like so much fun. And then if you put them in a PvP environment, it's like, good luck, bro. The coolest thing about it, I didn't even talk about this, is one of the guys doing it is on a starter account. He's not playing to play World of Warcraft. He's just playing World of Warcraft on the level 20 starter account. So he's twinked out a level 20 free character because you can do all of the things that he's doing, running dungeons. You just can't get any more XP. So he's practically playing the best version of the game he wants to play. His end game is twinking, and he's just doing it for free. I thought that was really, really interesting and pretty cool. It's basically like Diablo in World of Warcraft. That's a very good point, chat. It is. You basically just run dungeons like rifts to get the best gear. I've always thought about doing that kind of stuff, but maybe I'll do like a series if I get like 100 gifted subs. Or like if I get to 100 subs, 100 sub goal, we'll make it like I'll make a twink and try to get it like maxed out. I don't even know if the green button works over here. It might. I don't even... So there's a secret button that spawns a secret boss in this dungeon. And I don't see it. It's not the big red buttons. That's actually his boss. They made a heroic version of this dungeon. I think it's only in the heroic version. Yeah, generally I think it's right here. Damn. Nice, I got a bag. Necklace is not better. The bag is not better, though. Alright, let's see if we level up and requeue. We are currently at 14. Almost there.
I'd love for you to come aboard as a full G-Team commando, but you have other adventures to pursue.
Really thought he was going to say something else there, but I'm glad he didn't. Min-maxing on a character that isn't max level. Exactly. Yeah. It used to be a derogatory term, but now it's like a term of pride and endearment. Because when you called someone a twink, it meant like they were a no-life loser who needed to go touch grass because all they were doing was farming lobies, just trying to level up through PvP. Like, they used to get so powerful in PvP, they'd have, like, Fiery Enchantment, and what was the other one? Crusader Strike on both. And it would be, like, one dagger, they'd have the Sharpened Kriss, it'd be Cataclysm time frame, they'd have all heirlooms, it'd be all maxed out, they'd be stopped level gear, everything's enchanted, everything has gem sockets put in, and they would literally just, like, stealth, one-shot you, stealth again, and that's all they would do. They would just run battlegrounds and do that. Now the culture's evolved a lot to where it's just like actually really cool and kind of like more speed running style. Like who can get like a really powerful twink the fastest, and I've seen like different trial runs of it. So it's like a whole culture. There's even websites that like help you create good builds and what classes to play and how to play those classes. Seems interesting. Seems like something I might want to get into one day. Just currently don't have the interest or the time to. Yeah, pretty much. You're totally right. Pretty much. It might be. That's funny. I just thought of something that has nothing to do with chat. I'm not going to even talk about what it was, but just know that that's why I was laughing. That is why. Is this the dungeon where you fight Hogger? It is. Yeah, we'll fight Hogger at the end of this bad boy. And it's been so long since I've tanked. It's kind of cool. Maybe I'll take next patch. See if I can convince the guild to do it. I'd like to bear tank, if anything. I think it'd be cool. I've never really bear tanked at endgame level. But that's literally the only character I don't have as a Draenei, because druids can't be Draenei. I've also never done DK, blood DK, but that sounds less fun. Rather just do paladin. I'd say monk, but monk is ridiculously too hard. I don't care to watch my stagger stacks, thanks. You'd be surprised. I think our tank wants to play something else. Most tanks want to play something else. They just end up playing tank because they can. And the guild needs them to. I got myself out of tank. It's hard to, like, want to get myself back in. Because if I open up that can of worms with this new guild, then I might get stuck playing it the whole time. Especially because I'm very good at it. Wow, we got new gloves, guys. Got new transmog gloves and new gloves baseline. I hope these guys don't, like, think I'm rushing through here. I kind of am. But I don't feel bad about it. I had time to loot that guy before the next guy came. Oh, never mind, they're all there. They're waiting on me now. We had 2 priests and 2 rogues, all of which are the classes that people run when they speedrun. But none of these guys are twinked out like they're speedrunners. And it's quite upsetting. I would love nothing more than for these guys to be absolute gangsters and just one-shot stuff. Get like 5 dungeons done, call it a day. Move on to the next bit. Getting him to level 20 in one stream, though, is going to be pretty nice. It's done. Here's Hogger here, for whoever wanted that in chat earlier. Come on, bro. The stun. Gotta love old classic content. I'm also like top damage right now, but I guess that's the heirlooms kicking in. I've got a couple other websites going, like TikTok and Trovo, a couple of things I think right now. But one of them might be down. It looks like I'm only streaming to 4. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Hey, Vic, welcome back. Vic's on her final break. She can hang out and chat until she leaves to drive home.
In my long career. Hogger's death will plague the Riverpaw for years to come.
Welcome, baby. You can now be a part of chat, and you can hang out and talk to Pickle. No music? Yeah, we're not running music because I didn't want any more copyright strikes. Plus, the in-game music is fine.
Yes, Mortimer just faked his own death. He'll probably take on his brother's name and continue on his epic schemes. Do you have...
Safe travels.
So Trovo must be the one that's not up. Thank you. Spank you, spank you, spank you. We are at 16, chat. 16. No worries. They're just killing stuff because they got nothing else to do. Smart. Actually, super smart. Crazy.
Well met. First thing, well met, there is a book of great value to me here in the halls.
Item level 44. Yeah, this is just... Oh, shit. I gotta grab the freaking meat. I'm the only one that's gonna know how to use it. We are leveling up a Draenei every race to max level. We're actually just now on the Draenei. Oh, okay.
Archers, attack! Keep firing!
Ah, that gnome got fucked up.
Escape. Another down. Do not relent. Keep firing.
Heal me. Heal me. Heal me. Where's my heals? Can I get a heal? Brother, you gotta heal. Caps. We don't have to kill them. In fact, I don't even think you can kill them. Did I grab the quests? Yes.
Archers, attack! Keep firing. Let none. Another down.
Dude, that girl got absolutely popped.
Keep firing. Let none escape.
That rogue got absolutely popped, which is wild.
Do not relent.
Yo, thank you for the 2 biddies, Victor Aura. I appreciate you. Can I drop the shield? Can I drop the shield? Thank you. Let me grab everyone.
I don't have a target.
Let's go. Wasting everyone's damn time. Casino stream? I mean, the casino stuff's doing extremely good. I figure we do it again on Friday. I was really considering doing a casino stream. I just didn't want to be just me. I feel like the casino stream's only going to be successful if you're like a part of it or if I've got someone to interact with. One person talking about like strategies and stuff, it's not like the best IMO.
I bleed. But I won't die.
You die, bro. You die. No worries.
No, stop. Obey your master.
Noise.
Let no one.
Welcome Fix is still up. Thank you God so much, Vic. You're so funny. You're so unbelievably funny. Thank you, baby. I love you so much. Yo, he's beating you now. Thank you so much, Pickle, for the 10 biddies. What is that total? 13. If it gets to 100, I'll do 5 push-ups. Do we have to kill these guys? Hunter sucks at early level. It's so bad. All of your main abilities that you use when you get a hunter, I just played one. That's why I know, by the way. But all the abilities that you get only happen at like the end of the leveling, like at level 50. It's really hard to play before that. They need to rework it. That's right, Pickle. You show her who's boss. One of you guys is the stream boss for sure, right? Who's the stream boss right now? It's Pickle. Of course it is. Of course it's Pickle. Congrats on being stream boss, Pickle. Congrats. Congrats. Good timing.
Another chance to test my might.
Not only did you take the first badge, but you also stole stream boss from her right at the end. That's so funny. Kind of cringe. Not gonna lie. Just playing. Well done. Proud of you. Just die, bro. Like, I wish... Heirlooms are good all to the point where you're getting random blues from dungeons and they're better. I ruined my perfect number of bits. That is a sacrifice, but I appreciate your sacrifice. What's this other ore I had? I had concentration ore. There it is. Interrupt and silence effects on party raid members within 40 yards are 30% shorter. Bro, that's kind of cool for, like, PvP. Prop Paladin PvP is going to be my next, 2000. Bro, I was 1963 this season. I was so close to getting 2K. But I never actually had a partner. That was solo. That was random queuing and solo. Yeah, now you have 988. That's so funny. I'm sorry, bro. How satisfying to look at that number, though. Good job. Good job, Heels. You did it. You kept me alive. That was such an intense pull. Much drama. Good job. I'm so stupid, bro. I'm actually so stupid. I don't even have... Oh my gosh. I've got 4 talent points I've not put on because I'm leveling so fast. If classic dungeons are so good, then why do you try to switch at 20? Because at a certain point, the dungeons no longer provide you with enough experience. You end up needing to start questing. The dungeons are longer than your quests will be eventually. That's at like level 20 it starts to happen. Just because the classic dungeons specifically, you could still spam dungeons. There's nothing wrong with doing that. You can spam dungeons the entire time, stay in Stormwind. If you're playing a tank or healer, but I never turned in those quests. Thank you for reminding me. Personally, I think it might be a little faster to quest at a certain point, but is that what we want? Blessed Hammer? And readout instead of inner light? That's wild. Can we go starter build? Thank you. Hold on. I'm not trying to make talent choices right now. That's why I want it to be starter, but I just can't believe it goes readout. I just can't imagine you actually getting more than 1 stack out of it. Oh, I guess with Blessed Hammer, you'll get a lot more.
There are people across Azeroth that could use your help, right Draenei? They come from different walks of life, but are all working towards finding their place on this beautiful world.
If anyone talks about it, they're banned. If anyone mentions it, immediately ban them. Immediately ban them.
If we're to find out what's going on down here, it looks like we're going to have to fight our way through the entire dead mines.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid, bro. It's fine. We're just gonna get Scarlet Monastery again. We're just gonna have to queue up for Scarlet Monastery again. Right when we hit level 20, and we're not gonna do dungeons for a second, because we have to do the entire Warlords of Draenei intro, we'll specific queue for Scarlet Monastery, turn in the quests, and then leave. That's the plan, chat. That's the line. We can make it happen. God, the classic dungeons are so nostalgic, bro. They're so good. The Hunter is a badass. It's really hard to do good damage at early levels as a hunter. They're level 15. I did see nothing, bro. I did truly see nothing. How embarrassing, bro. Actually cringe. God, those probably reward like a level and a half of worth of XP too. Just wasting everyone's time. This is why I could never be a speedrunner. My ADHD is actually too high. I'm like self-medicated like crazy right now, and my ADHD is still through the fucking roof. Quite cringe. Must get on Adderall. I forgot to turn in the quest at the end of the dungeon. So I'm just missing out on that XP. We're leveling up an alt character for my every race to max level. We are now on our Draenei. Currently we have the original 8 completed. We are leveling up in the order of which they were released. So next up is the Blood Elf. Is the queue time for tanks just like instant, or is it somewhat similar to healers? It's instant. Healers healer will be instant at this level as well.
Hello, can you hear me?
Healers will stop getting
Excellent.
instant queues towards level 50. But tanks are instant queue all the way through. They've always been. I don't know what you're saying, Vic. Your English is rough. I'm guessing you saying, no, stay unmedicated for life. Don't get on Adderall. Is what I'm guessing you're saying. Yeah, this isn't, I'm also not leveling a class to play like this character. Like, this character won't be an endgame class. This is just the Draenei. We just need the race. So we chose the classes based off of what canonically, what lore-wise made the most sense to the character. So Draenei, you're gonna play Protection Paladin, aren't you? Had a really pop bubble there because my healer's letting me die. It's fine. Everything's fine. Please get off my head, little goblin bro. Little goblin bro, please get off my head. Just die. Where is the DPS, bro? Where is the damage? Wild. I want to know what you said for you have Dyranis. I have a Draenei. Ah, that's what you said. Yeah, I have a Draenei. I've got one of every Draenei. I was answering the question of we're leveling one up because they're just like race specific. I got you, boo. I understand you. You're my boo, boo. If I didn't understand you, then what would I be doing? Paladin, priest, or shaman? Shaman's tough though because in my eyes they're only shamans just because of the benefit that Blizzard had to give Alliance characters. Like they gave... This was the expansion where they gave Alliance characters shamans for the first time, and then Blood Elves are paladins, right? So there's really no reason why the Blood Elves couldn't be Alliance characters and just stayed paladins on the Alliance, but they wanted to give everyone fair, equal opportunity to play every class. So Draenei, by default, had to play Shaman. So canonically, the way that they kind of like shoehorn it in, it doesn't make sense. Priest is good because Velen's a priest, and the most iconic Draenei is a priest. However, we've never really seen another Draenei priest. Like, even the NPCs don't play priest. Every Draenei that you've ever seen in any military formation is a paladin wielding the crystal hammer. Or a protection paladin wielding the Hand of Argus as a shield. They're never priests. So like Velen is an iconic priest and Draenei priest is very, very iconic. It just feels like it's not what the race does. What's the most canonically accurate thing that the race does, and I think that's Paladin. But those are probably all the choices. You are correct. No chance you take Mage. That doesn't make sense. Shaman's good. Warrior's boring. Hunter doesn't make sense. Yeah, definitely a Paladin or Priest. And I'd go Pally here. This is true. There is definitely lore canonical reason of why they have to connect to the elements. And how the Mag'har orcs taught them how to connect to the elements after the light abandoned them. Because they all got broken. It's just still kind of meh. Compared to what we see canonically of, like, what the Paladins do. And some of the most, like, famous shamans in the world, like Akama. Not Akama. Earthen Ring dude that's at the end of that one dungeon that's currently in the Mythic Blust Pool. He's technically a Draenei. It's just... It's not what we chose, bro. Oh, the other thing... We also might not have been chose Draenei. Or we might not have chose Shaman because the other restriction we put out is we couldn't do more than 3 of the same. So, I think we maxed out 3 Paladins, 3 Draenei, and 3 Hunters. Because there's multiple races where it's canonical, the most canonical race is that spec, that class. Like, for example, Hunter. Like, Trolls. The Dwarfs are most canonically known as Hunters. And then there was another one that we chose. Oh, High Mountain Tauren. Most canonically known as Hunters. So... if we got more than 3, we chose the second most canonically accurate class. So that's probably the reason why we didn't take Shaman on Draenei. Because we had 3 Shamans already with Orcs. And with Coltirians. And with one of the other allied races. We chose Shaman as well. Mag'har Orcs, maybe? Maybe they're warriors? I don't remember. Yeah, throughout all...
They're almost done rebuilding it.
Throughout every single...
Draenei.
race, like every single race, we only chose a max of 3 of the any specs. So those 3 specs being being able to be used, because we also chose specializations and we never repeated specs. That's kind of how we did it. We didn't really do it by class, but we did it by spec. So like if I played a Draenei priest, if I chose that as the most canonically accurate, I would have chose Holy. Or Disc, because... Probably Holy. Because there's no way that you'd ever catch a Draenei playing Shadow. Right? That, like, betrays everything that they believe in, so... A little bit more. And we also kind of, like, made the characters have some lore. Like, our Druid Night Elf was a survivor of the 4th war. She survived the burning of Teldrassil, so she had some scars. And then towards the middle of our leveling up, they released the Red Eyes for Night Elves at the end of Shadowlands. So we leveled her up as an undead that survived, or that died during the burning of Teldrassil. Now she's an undead druid that is still trying to bring back life because she now has a better understanding of life and death. And just an example of some of the lore that we're putting behind the characters. Because I think it is important to roleplay. And since I'm kind of doing, like, the most anti-roleplay thing ever, we had to make it a little interesting. Orcs were Shaman. Orcs were tough, though, because there's a lot of iconic characters, but Thrall is by far, hands down, the most iconic orc that's ever existed, and Shamanism is their entire culture. Is the reasons I chose Shaman. Warrior was close. But we chose Warrior for Tauren because the 2 most iconic Tauren that have ever existed are both warriors. And the very first time you ever see Tauren in Warcraft universe is they're all warriors that wield 2-handed maces. So we chose Warrior for Tauren. We'll go back through at the end. Once we reach our goal, once we're level 20 and we start the Warlords of Draenei intro, we'll go back at the end and showcase all the characters that we've already have completed, what their heritage gear looks like, and the choices that we made for each one. Swapping in and
Hello
out of
there,
heirlooms is
right,
wild.
Draenei. I've heard a great deal about you. Listen closely, you're only going to have one solid shot at this.
I'm finally not doing top damage, which means the dungeons are starting to get balanced out. Exactly the reason why I start to switch to questing, because now the dungeons are going to be more normal timed dungeons. They're not going to be like fast paced, I'm one-shotting everything. And nice. We're actually wearing a lot of the heirlooms now. One more dungeon.
You very well may have saved all of Stormwind with your efforts here today, right,
Maybe.
Draenei?
By chance, chat. Maybe by chance. We actually get Scarlet Monastery. By absolute chance, we probably can. Every warchief before the Independent area were warriors, and also I'd say Gul'dan is probably the most well-known orc. Gul'dan also was a shaman. Gul'dan started off as a shaman, and then when Kill Jaden corrupted him, he turned him into the first warlock. Every single warchief before Thrall were all different races and classes. Like Kilrog Deadeye is a shaman. The guy from the Shadow Moon clan, he's also a shaman. Gul'dan was a shaman. Blackhand was a shaman before his accident. Drekthar's a shaman, who's the council to the Frostwolf clan. The Frostwolf clan were warriors. The Blackrock Orcs were warriors. The Warsong clan were warriors, and the Burning Blade were warriors. But they were half shamans because they infused their elements into their weapons. Gul'dan was training to be a shaman. He started off as a shaman. Why are we going into a Wrath dungeon right now? What is happening? I think my computer's gonna die because we shouldn't be going into Wrath at all. The most canonically important orc ever to exist to this day, who's going to be a major part of the next expansion, is Thrall. And he was a shaman. For these reasons, we chose shaman. For me, it really comes down to the culture. I don't really care about the characters because we didn't choose mage with humans, right? We didn't choose priest with humans. We chose Death Knight with humans. But for me, it comes down to like, what is the culture of the race, right? We had to choose Death Knight for humans because that's the only race that we chose Death Knights on. Yeah, I knew we were going to get kicked from that shit. That was weird. We never logged in or loaded in. And then we chose... That's not fair. It says I abandoned. Alright, whatever. We'll go start the call board for Draenor. Because we're
there,
basically level
right,
20
Draenei.
anyways.
Wherever you want to go, I can help you get
Draenor.
there. Attention heroes.
Yeah, let's go to the black portal real fast. We're not going to be able to turn these in unless we queue up port randomly. So we'll queue up port specifically while we're going through Draenor. Oh, but we won't be able to. It's just worth abandoning. Because we're in classic timeline now. Or we're not in the classic timeline now. That's a shame. The most culturally significant thing about orcs is their shamanistic culture and their heritage. Every single clan, no matter which one was their leader, always had a shaman that gave them rights. They all went to Oshugan every single year. Tauren's entire culture is about honor. And the Horde has kind of embraced that culture, but that's not how it started. The Horde is really a copycat rendition of the beliefs of one leader, and that was Karen Bloodhoof. Karen Bloodhoof showed Thrall how to be a good leader, and Thrall just implemented those situations into his horde.
Champion.
But before all that, it was very bloodthirsty, kill or get killed type of mentality, even before the Legion got there. The clans only were ever really truly peaceful with each other during Oshugan's ceremony rituals. All of which can be found in the Before the Portal book. I strongly recommend people read it. It's one of the best lore books ever written. Christy Goldie's first, maybe Chris Metzen first, one of those two. For real, I got the loading screen of death hard there, bro. It's brutal. With orcs, or not with orcs, with dwarfs, we chose
What is it?
Hunter.
Right, Draenei?
The first dwarf character we ever see in World of Warcraft is a hunter. Warrior would have also been a really good choice for dwarf, but we chose hunter instead. They invented the boomstick. Pretty significant, important part of their culture. Pretty much almost every single NPC dwarf you see in the game is holding a gun. And since hunters are the only ones that can use ranged weapons, they are all technically hunters.
Hello.
So culturally, it makes sense that way. For gnome, we chose mage, obviously. Name a more iconic class race combo.
See ya soon.
For Night Elf, we chose Druid, and surprisingly, it was one of the only Druids we chose. We were gonna also make Druids for Coltirians, but we decided Shaman was more Coltirian culture, just because the only Druid part of Coltirian culture was that one-off sub-faction. As a whole, Coltiris is more shamanistic. Then for the Horde side of things, the Tauren we chose Warrior, Orc we chose Undead's the only one we haven't talked about. We chose Warlock for Undead because same thing. If I didn't have a best clue, I went to the first image of the class race combo, and the very first Undead we see in the cinematic is an Undead Warlock. So that's kind of where I went with. That creates an iconic image. Makes it culturally important. And then our Troll, we chose Hunter as well. So we already have 2 of the 3 Hunters done in the first 8 characters. So it'll be a while before we play another Hunter. Surprisingly, I think we have 3 Rogues and 3 Priests as well. Because I think we chose Rogue for Goblin. We chose Rogue for Mecha Gnome.
Looks to me like we ended up countless times.
And we
you
might have
battled
chose
against
Rogue for
impossible odds and
Vulpera.
unspeakable evil, and returned the victor.
Actually, don't remember. Where's all of the units? Hello? They're all dead? What is happening? That's so wild. That was so weird. That was so weird that no one was alive. Troll should have been Shaman, would have also been very, very good. You're totally right. Troll could have easily been Shaman. I agree with you there.
This missive bears this folded letter. Guard Gul'dan and his Shadow Council with your lives.
I
The
think
portal
we
cannot
didn't
function without our
choose
prisoners' fell magic.
Shaman
Fail me
for
and watch all
trolls
that you
because
hold dear
of
turn to ash.
Vol'jin and his father were both Shadow Hunters. And Shadow Hunters don't really exist, so we just chose regular Hunter. But you're right, Shadow Hunters are also shamanistic. They throw down totems. Shaman does make a lot of sense for trolls. You're definitely not wrong there. Easily could have gone that way. Why would I ever use Swift Vengeance? Why would I even take that talent? Oh, it also gives you Crusader Aura. This gives you 2 auras. Well, now I know why you take it, because Crusader Aura is amazing. What a weird talent. Gives you 2 auras.
Seek out Gul'dan if you truly wish to stop the Iron Horde. It's Gul'dan. Gul'dan powers the portal.
Now, I will say, Maghar Orc, I think we definitely chose Warrior. which makes the most sense because Mag'har orcs, a lot of the clans were more warrioristic, but current WoW, I guess, is what we went with for the current orc. Mag'har orc, we went for more Warlords of Draenor culture. Might have been influenced by the Iron Horde a little too much, maybe. But they are after the Iron Horde, so they are the Iron Horde culturally affected Mag'har orcs. They're more warriors, for sure.
The portal
Panda
is
Monk's
this
philosophy.
portal is fueled by powers
Yes, they do.
mechanical
They
nor
were
arcane.
influenced by Chen very strongly in the Third War. At least the Darkspear tribe, which is the tribe that you make a troll from. I kind of convinced myself that the Darkspear tribe was... What am I doing? Where am I going? I already did this. Again, ADHD. I ran into here before I could do the quest, and that's why I had to run back out. I'm so stupid. The, trying to think of what other allied races. Oh, goblins and or worgen come up. I think we chose priest for worgen. I really do, and I don't know why. Because Gen Greymane's a warrior, Tessa Greymane's a rogue. Rogue worgen does culturally make sense. I mean, I know like there were humans, and like I can't even like think of a priest worgen. But it does make sense because they're humans. And they do have like a strong connection to the light. I don't know. Man, I don't know. I just work here.
Gul'dan,
We streamed the creation of the characters like 2 years
they called
ago.
this operation a suicide mission, but I don't plan on throwing away
And,
any lives meaninglessly.
Let their great sacrifice be in vain.
I think chat helped make a lot of them. I think it was like a very open conversation with chat at the time. And my streams were a lot more popular back then, so we had a lot more people in here. So I can't totally remember all the reasons we chose all the classes, but I'll always do my best to defend them. Some of the classes were a lot harder to find a race for. Some of the races were a lot harder to find classes for.
We need to keep moving. But first,
So
we need a distraction.
some of them meh, for sure.
Our champion will stay back and destroy.
Probably even below mid.
The rest of us will see.
Too many of my people have
Yeah,
fallen.
Druid made the most sense too. I think we went back and forth on whether they should be Druids. Because literally everyone in the race is a Druid. But there's also not a single Druid outside of the trainer in the capital city that even is named. So I think that was the reason why we chose not to go Druid. But I think I fought for Druid for a while. And then chat decided that Priest was the right call. Unless they are Druid. I don't know. I actually don't know what our Worgen is. It's going to be a nice surprise when we get to the loading screen at the end of this intro. When can we queue for a dungeon again? 2 more minutes? Maybe we'll do one Draenei dungeon. Or Warlords of Draenor dungeon. Gosh. So I keep hitting bubble because that's where I have my disengage keybound on my hunter. So I'm like instinctually trying to disengage even though it's not keybound. Get off me, bird. Do 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 do. It's for orcs. Thinking that they're about to win the greatest war of their life. Only to be like ambushed while they're protecting their home base. Feels bad. Come on, buddy. Come sleep in my lap. Oh, you're so cute. Hi, buddy. Wayne. Oh, Wayne, you're so cute. Mommy will be home soon. Hopefully she signed out early. Unlikely, though. Vic, if you're watching stream, you should bring me home some spicy McNuggies. That would be delicious.
I admire your sense of righteousness, right Draenei? Even when your own we have to take a breath. Bring that strapping orc
So I
with
do
you.
need to switch my
The one that's not
the
Thrall.
guide back on. Hold on. Guide. Current guide. New guide style. Yeah, that's it. Leveling. The intros to... Nope, just kidding. Not that intro. It's actually Warlords of Draenei Dark Portal intro.
What can I do to help?
Strength. You and I against the
Strength.
Draenei clan. Sounds like my kind of fight. The Bleeding Hollow orcs use savage blood magic to transform their warriors into hulking berserkers. With any luck, we will escape before they
Strength.
can complete their transformation ritual. It looks like Khadgar and the rest are on the move. Our work is nearly done, champion.
There's a lot of people leveling up characters right now. It's going to make certain aspects of Shadowmoon Valley really annoying, not going to lie. Thank God we're not going to do it until later. Probably tomorrow. No, because we're raiding tomorrow. I don't know when we're going to get back on this character, but maybe this weekend, if I'm not doing things. We'll see. Druid was a Worgen too? I think Druid was a Worgen. Look, we've got time to change the ones we haven't started. Okay, no one's locked in. The only ones that are locked in are the ones we've already done. So everything's totally subject to change. If I get enough bits or subscriptions, look, I'm willing to change anything. I don't give a crap. All I got to do is level up one of the race. It can be anything.
The orcs in this area look like members
if
of
you
the
guys wanted me to
Shadowmoon
level
clan.
up 18
can
more
tell by
Death
looking at
Knights,
their hands.
if I got 30 gifted subs, I would do it. I hate Death Knights. My least favorite class, but look, that's what chat wanted. I'm a
Their
sellout
depravity
more
sickens me.
than I am more than you guys think I am, okay?
Well, one of the captured Draenei is
Just
deceiving
watch what
some.
I would do for $5. That Worgen could be Hunter, or do you have too many of those already? I don't think Worgen could be Hunter. There is restrictions because of the ones that we already have. I mean, technically, if they go Hunter, we would just have to change what the other Hunter spec is. What the other Hunter class is, because we have 2 Hunters done already. And I think it's High Mountain Tauren. So we could make High Mountain Tauren a Shaman, but then we'd have to change what the other Shamans are. So things get complicated as we start changing things. We have to look at it. I wouldn't mind doing another Druid. Because I think the Druid that we did for our Night Elf was a Boomkin. And I would love to level up a Bear or a Kitty Cat. Or even a Healer. A Healer would be fun.
I owe my life to you. I see only one way out of this trap, right Draenei, and it's right through the middle of that arena.
Follow me and stay close.
Follow me. Look at that. The 2 named Paladin, or the 2 named Draenei on the screen right now are both Paladins. Come fight me.
Die with honor. This slaver and torture knows nothing of honor.
I really don't want to do a dungeon in the middle of the intro, because I think it'll mess up. The new expansion is about to drop. We're going to play Hunter, but we don't need to level anyone else for it. Worgen Monk is wild. I can't believe you just said that. Time yourself out of chat for saying Worgen Monk. Worgen Warrior handles a little bit better because Liam Greymane and Gen Greymane are both warriors. But almost every leader of the Alliance is a warrior, so... Currently, the leader of the humans is a paladin. And then the real leader of the humans is a priest. The leader of the Night Elves is a hunter. The leader of I guess the Wildhammer clan is a shaman. She's a priest. Mori is a priest. And then Magni or Murden, whichever one's currently in charge, is a warrior. The leader of the Draenei is a priest. The leader of the gnomes is a warrior, surprisingly. The leader of the undead is a rogue. The leader of the orcs is a shaman. Thrall's back in charge, I believe, at this point in time. The leader of the trolls is a hunter. The leader of... Oh, I'm so glad Rokan's a hunter. Good. That actually that makes me feel more comfortable about making my troll a hunter. Leader of the Torns is a warrior. Leader of the Blood Elves is a hunter. There's 4 hunter leaders currently in World of Warcraft of the main classics. Yeah, Anduin was a paladin, and there's been other paladins that have led, but he decided to stop with the warrior side of things and become a priest in... He was trying to be a paladin in Mists of Pandaria and be a paladin in... No, sorry. He first started to try to be a paladin in Legion, and then when he realized that he could use Charlemagne...
Good.
But in more of a
The
spiritual
Batwolves
way
tried to
rather
catch
than a
me.
physical way,
We
he
will
became a
protect the wounded
priest.
prisoners
He
and
decided
make
to
sure
convince me to be a
Kargath
priest.
doesn't
But
get
he
through the
did
rubble.
try to be a paladin,
You
which
go
makes
ahead
sense
and
for
clear the
human.
cave. Right, Draenei?
There's been a lot of human leaders in the past that were paladins. Arthas, for one. Arthas' father was also a Knight of the Silver Hand. Yeah, the dude can't cross-spec. He's apparently going to be a lot more Shadow Priesty in this next expansion. He's learned some shit by hanging out with Sylvanas in the Realm of Death. I'm excited to see what that looks like. He's like grunge, emo, teenage Anduin right now, and I'm all for it, bro. There's been a couple leader shakeups in the next expansion. Tyrande and Malfurion are both taking a step down. They're letting Sandra's Feathermoon be the leader of the Night Elves now, so that's a hunter in charge of the Night Elves. The leader of the Undead is now a rogue, and there's a council, but really it's Lillian Voss and Kalia Menenthil, a rogue and a priest. The leader of the Worgen is now Tess Greymane. She's a rogue, and she's a human. She's not a Worgen. And then Moria's son is coming of age, and they all said when he comes of age that he'll be the sole leader of the dwarves. So if that's true, whatever he actually ends up being will be new, but he's still a baby currently. There's going to be a 5-year time jump between Dragonflight and the next expansion, so maybe even more than 5 years. He's going to be a lot older, and he's going to be, like, coming of age, so we're going to see... He's going to play a part in the story somehow. I did a baddie. I'm not supposed to fall there. Oh, yeah, I am.
Forgive me if I'm a bit
for your
flustered.
but I am
I've
supposed to
never
go
killed
kill that guy.
anyone before.
Rich had a priest in the beginning, though, because we see him use mind control early in the lore. All priests can use mind control. There's some spells that are shadow or light based, but based off the classes, like mind control is a default spell for priests. I don't know why. It just is. It's been a default spell for priests since since Warcraft 3, which is probably why it's default still. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Chad just totally saw that. What a dumb thing to do. Let me go check on my cat. He just fell from the freaking top of the bookshelf. Can you die? Thanks. Are you okay? You good? You chilling? Alright, you look like you're fine. We've messed this guy up so much. I feel bad. My collectibles are slowly losing value.
You fight exceptionally well. Well done. Be ready to move. Up there. Well done. One of Nazul's lieutenants remains. Up ahead. The exit to the cave isn't much farther past him.
I think he's fine. Hopefully he doesn't go up there anymore. I don't have to deal with him ruining my collectibles and also hurting himself. You just gotta let him learn. Cats will, if you restrict them from doing stuff, they just think it's a game. They just continue doing it. Kind of sucks. Please spawn. Hello? There he is. I think a lot of the choices that they made for, like, hero classes come from Warcraft 3. That's why one of the reasons why mages can summon water elementals, even though if they were made in World of Warcraft, they probably would not have been able to do that. It just doesn't make sense, like, canonically. But because Jaina can summon a water elemental in Warcraft 3, the RTS, mages cannot do it forever. It really doesn't make any sense. And it would be cool if, like, they actually just made it an arcane minion that just casted a different, like, it either spammed, like, Arcane Blast or cast Fireball or cast Frostbolt, depending on what spec you're playing, and just make it a default, like, mage spec, like, cooldown.
Pass right through the heart of the Iron Horde.
That'd be really cool. I think mages around the world would love that. One of the coolest things about Frost mages is they get a minion. I'm sure Arcane mages and Fire mages feel left out. Alright, I'm actually okay with queuing up for a dungeon in this part, because I know that this won't, like, have any phasing problems. Once we get to the gun, I'll probably cancel queue, or just not accept it if it pops up. Because there's just too much phasing that happens during that, and I don't want to get, like, stuck somewhere. Yo, bro, that's a... You're beating my ass while holding... While your hands were full. That's so impressive. Make it based off the spec, yeah. I think a lot of what they've done with the characters, like the class motifs and imaginations of what the current people play, like what you play as a class, has been more redefined to World of Warcraft standards, but the hero classes like Maraud is very much based off of a paladin from Warcraft 3. He has Divine Shield, he's got Resurrection, he has Holy, and he's got Crusader Strike. Like, he's basically just a hero. Wardens from Warcraft 3, Leandra's from Warcraft 3, like, they kind of got, like, boxed in with a lot of those choices from the predecessors. The founding fathers of Warcraft, like, basically defined what heroes in World of Warcraft were supposed to be and always will be now. And we'll never be able to move away from it. And unless Warcraft 4 comes out and everything gets mixed up, I'm still waiting for Warcraft 4. I think the game will be amazing. Progress the story a little bit. I think the entire storyline leading into the Battle for Azeroth could have been Warcraft 4. Could you imagine the epitome of Warcraft 4 ending with the burning of Teldrassil? Like, that was the end storyline, and then the very next day, like the very next patch, we like entered and it was like the burning of Teldrassil patch. And we got like a whole storyline about it. They just needed to not, like, they need to do an RTS. I think they're losing a lot of their RTS fan base because they've not done an RTS game in a long time. Fire gets fire and arcane gets arcane. Yeah, that's true. That'd be really cool. Yeah, I've always loved Shaman's lore, and like if I could choose one of the specs to be, it'd be a Shaman, because my Loa, my IRL god, like the one that I actually pray to and worship, is Loa. It's an animal spirit, it's a wild god. So either I'm a druid or I'm a paladin, because Kimball's. Why you lead me this way, bro? Why did you lead me that way? You don't know where you're going, bro. You don't know what you're doing. Talking to a Draenei paladin who's been playing prop paladin tank since before you could wear dappies. Okay, let me lead the raid. You just sit back and do your casty little spells. I got this, bro. So, what the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, Kimball's worshippers are paladins or priests, because he's a Loa that can provide light to his worshippers. But all Loas also are worshipped by shamans. That makes sense. So I think it would be cool to be like totemic and shamanistic, but also wield the light. Like a weird cross breed. Only because of Kimball would that be possible. We're at 21 right now. From this point forward, it's basically just spamming dungeons and questing in between them. Really, I could probably spam dungeons the whole time, but there's a lot of XP to be had by just going around collecting rares and treasures in Warlords of Draenei. And I'm gonna eventually get tired of doing dungeons. Like, I'll have to take a break. But that'll be future Red's problem, because we're only gonna try to finish the starting zone for Warlords, get the garrison established, and then probably end stream. Vicky will be walking through the door, hopefully right around that time frame. We actually probably should not have done this dungeon, and it would have been perfect time. She's gonna get through the door in like the next 5 minutes. And unless she is gonna pick up some chicken nuggies, at which point I have more time. One can only hope. True. I grew up Catholic, so I kind of have an affinity for the light as well. I've just recently changed faiths, and Kimball has showed me that like the light can come from other sources rather than just whatever other people believe. So that's where I'm at now. Plus, he's a giant tiger with a red mohawk. Nothing's cooler than that. I don't care. Show me who your god is, and if it's not cooler than a tiger with a mohawk, then you're actually believing the wrong thing. Sorry. Come join the Church of Kimball. We accept all. No prejudice. Do. Ba-dum-bum. Boom boom. Yeah, we definitely should not have, we should not have queued up for a dungeon. That was the attention deficit disorder in me, but all it's gonna do is just like add 10 minutes to stream, longer than I wanted to. But it'll be good XP too. We'll probably get like a level and a half from this, maybe even 2. I miss playing Prop Pally, bro. I miss being in control of dungeons. You control the pacing. I miss being able to pull entire giant masses of, like, enemies and just one-shot them. Not one-shot them, but slowly take them on. I miss the utility the Paladins have. But I don't miss playing melee. I'm actually really into range now. Yeah, then we'll check what the Worgen's class is. Yep. We'll go through all the classes at the end of stream. Vicky will be able to help us do that. She'll probably hop on chat for like a little bit. I figured it wouldn't kill me, so I didn't have to worry about it, and it didn't. It didn't even do any damage to me. Good for you guys to do the mechanics, though. Yo, no way this Death Knight ran all the way over there instead of taking the Whirlpool. That's so funny. Young Blood doesn't know where to go. He's never done these dungeons before. So cute. I am, like, surprisingly tired, though. I think I'm just hungry and not tired. I don't know why that keeps blinking at me. No, 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 no. No void eruption. Thank you. So this is the Shadowlands. According to Ner'zhul, this is the Shadowlands. This is just a pocket dimension of it. And Vicky just got here. Man, I almost had this perfect timed. If I did not do this dungeon, we for sure are finishing up the garrison right now. Hands down. Hey, baby. Yeah, Grayson fell. On stream, too. Everyone saw it. No, I'm not doing another one. Sorry, guys. Good luck.
How's the thing? Is it good?
Yeah, it works really, really well. Perfect. No complaints. It should be fine for the time being. I'm going to finish this, and then afterwards, do you want to go through the characters with me? And then we'll end stream. Go get ready for bed. Did you bring me home chicken nuggies? Mm-hmm. You didn't hear me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was asking for them.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just didn't really eat anything today.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna go grocery shopping.
It's okay. I'll just have like a bowl of cereal or something. Just feeling snacky anyways. Or if you want to make that ramen for me, it takes like 5 minutes. You can start it. Wayne is so cute. Yes, indeed. Wayne is super cute. I know all of you guys are here just for Vicky and Wayne and Grayson. You just have to get through the parts of red just to get to the fun parts. I understand. I'm not a fool. I know. Not blinded. Should not have pulled that guy. I might switch to Retribution during the leveling process. Damn it, I don't have Disengage. Stop thinking you do. I did not kill enough grunts, bro? No way. That sucks. Come here, doggies. Perfect. Oh, I'm getting like a really fun nostalgic feeling right now. The only character I played during Warlords of Draenei was a prop paladin. For some reason, I just got like a massive deja vu flashback of when I was leveling up Red's best. At the time, named Hoofed Human.
We must move on. There isn't
Through
time to
Warlords
waste.
of Draenei the very first time. That was so cool. I guess another reason why I chose prop paladin for Draenei. I'm like self-nostalgic.
EY, pal.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with being self-nostalgic. Something that's nostalgic to me will be not so nostalgic to someone else. Like, if you and your buddy grew up going to the same playground every single day, if I saw that playground out in the wild, I'm not going to go, like, bust a tear over it, you know? I feel like all nostalgia comes from self-experience. There could be shared mass nostalgia, but most of it's probably self-experience.
Don't go doing it.
I didn't draw a wiener. Yeah, you know. Sometimes you gotta grow up. No, I'm actually mad. I forgot to draw a wiener. So, next time. We've got 18 more shots at it. You know, there will come a time after I'm done with every race and every class to max level that I will no longer see these zones for a long time. The only time I'll ever see these again is only when I want to go back to them on my main character, or
humiliating me.
When I level up characters with like alts or people in the community that want to start playing WoW for the first time. That's actually pretty crazy to think about. Now, what's going to suck is right when I finish this every race to max level challenge, they're going to release all new world. Everything, all the level zones have completely changed. It's going to be a full Cataclysm world wipe. And I'm going to have to go back through and see them all again.
You'll have... I can get back
But
to
we can always just do that on our
myself
main character.
after I run this stinking shovel through a few
We don't have to level up characters to it. Can I actually get the schematics for me? Thanks. Can one of you guys drop them? Why is this drop rate 1,000? Hello? Por favor? Oh, the laborers could drop it too. There it is. Finally.
Any luck? Yes. Simple enough. You have my thanks, right Draenei? Tiro 10, our chieftain. We cannot risk the reactivation of the dark portal. Now is the time for the death blow. Need something?
Let's go! Final phase. We got to 22 so far. Basically 23 because we're at that level right now. We got a couple more quests to turn in. Probably 24 by the time we end it.
Look back there. Think we can climb up those chains?
Quite incredible that we actually get to kill this guy, no joke. You fight like monsters like this in Gorgrond, the second leveling zone you go to in the original Warlords of Draenei campaign, and they're like incredibly hard to kill, but like we just soloed one without any gear or experience. My nostalgia, WoW would be brainlessly running through Coltiras before dropping it midway and going into Shadowlands.
The way I see it, there's two ways to keep this tank from going through the portal. Break the
Coltiras.
tank,
Yeah.
or use the dang tank to blow up the dang portal.
Your nostalgia in World of Warcraft is the first 10 quests in Tierguard Sound.
We will do what we can, Thalen. Hero, keep these orcs off of us.
I have pretty minimal nostalgia for WoW, actually. I get nostalgia for a lot of moments in games, not really the games themselves. Like, Vicky and I recently had a really nostalgic moment that I'll probably, like, look back on and miss and be memorable fond of. Like, I get nostalgic for, like, there's this one dream that I had that became like a massive antidote in one of my first guilds. And the dream was basically my buddy Tyler was starting to play mage for the first time, and we were PvPing for the first time ever, and I was on a paladin. And there was so many times where I would die and he would be soloing, trying to like 1v2, and he would have to go into ice block. So my dream was that we were defending Stormwood for an ambush. Now, granted, I was like in middle school at this time frame, guys, just to like give you a perspective. We were getting like ambushed by Stormwind because that used to happen a lot. The enemy factions used to attack the capital cities like once every couple hours. Like you would have a different raid group coming in. So it used to happen quite frequently. It doesn't happen at all anymore. Thank you, baby. And he ice blocked on top of the fountain in production house. This is all in my dream. This didn't actually happen. And the Taurens are just like, there's like 3 Taurens just sitting there like theory cutting into his ice block. And eventually the ice block melts, he double blinks, and like one of the Taurens just charge him and kick him into the sky or something. It's a really dumb dream and dumb's end, but I told it in the middle of a raid one time during Blackrock Temple. During Black Temple. I was telling the dream, and it was during the multiple face changing fight. Every time I do that fight, I think of that memory, and every time I do that fight, I think of all the different times that all of our friends brought up that story, and that's very nostalgic to me. We're like, I don't really get that nostalgic for like wanting to like level up a character or anything. Sometimes I miss the starting zones. Like I want to go see what that starting zone still feels like. So I'll go back and do those. It'll be quite sad if they ever change them again.
If they weren't angry before, they sure are now. We won't survive a minute up on top of this tank.
On top of this tank.
Run to the docks! Run! Run!
Love hearing Cadgra say run. It actually like makes the stakes so high.
Don't be a fool, Gana. Run!
You would actually get 2 zones through. I feel like I'd only ever finish like half of the first zone whenever I was leveling up characters through BFA.
Where now? Head for the ships at the end of the road. This way! Go! 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 There is no place.
This was so epic the first time we all did it. This was the first time they ever did an intro to an expansion like this with like a scenario that was phased and everything. And it's just the coolest thing ever. I kind of missed it with Dragonflight, but I know that we're really moving past the scenario intros. As the first, I still think it's the best. The first time you ran through it, you were just like, this is freaking wild. Everyone's dying and it's so intense. You're working with the Horde for like the first time ever. It's pretty cool. Alright.
So,
That
you
is
are the
true.
one
I
that
basically
led my
do like
children
everything.
home. I have been waiting for you.
We finished the intro. We're about to start our garrison. I said we get to our garrison, get established, but we're well past time at this point. So we'll log out here, and then we'll get our garrison established the next time we play, probably on Saturday. Or Sunday, maybe. Maybe I'll do a Saturday morning stream when we'll do this that day. What a goober. Alright. So we have Human Death Knight, because we had to choose Death Knight at least once, and Human made the most sense. We have Dwarf, which is Hunter. We have Elf, which is Druid. Gnome for Mage. Orc Shaman. Undead Warlock. Tauren Warrior. Troll Hunter, which still needs its Heritage Armor. Draenei Paladin, which still needs their Heritage Armor. Blood Elf, because we had to choose one of the 2 races to do it, and Night Elf made more sense to be Druid. Worgen Priest, yeah. I guess we chose Worgen Priest. We can switch that to Druid if chat wants to when we get to it. We already leveled up our Goblin a little bit because Vicky had never seen the Goblin starting zone. So we went through both of the starting zones together on this character. We went Rogue, Pandaren Monk because someone has to. Void Elf Warlock. We were thinking about doing Shadow Priest here, but we went Warlock instead. Lightforged Draenei Priest. Nightborn Mage. Oh, maybe we go Shadow Worgen Priest. That's what we decided to do with chat. Because Worgen are technically from the Shadow Realm of the Emerald Dream. So it makes sense that they would have Shadow powers. I think that's the excuses we came up with. I'm not sure. We went Survival Hunter High Mountain. We went Arms Warrior, or Fury Warrior Dark Iron Dwarf, I think. Because Arms Warrior was torn, yeah. Fury Warrior Dark Iron Dwarf, or Protection, one of the two. Resto Shaman, Coltirian Human. Arms or Fury, sorry. Fury or Protection, Mag'har Orc. This is probably Fury, and this one's probably Protection. Retribution Paladin, Zandalari. Because he worships Kimball. So we can go Retribution or we can go Holy, whichever. Those are the only two Paladins we have. Mecha. Rogue. So that's our second Rogue. Vulpira Shaman was our third Shaman. And Vulpira will be Enhancement. Because this Orc's Elemental. So Vulpira will be Enhancement. And then an Evoker Dragon, because you have to. These are also all random customized. Besides this. This is the only one that I actually customized. But all the other ones were just create new character, click random, I think 11 times. And that's the customization of what they ended up looking like. That's why they're kind of random. That's why this one's female, too. Sometimes we got female. I think if it made sense to the race, we chose female. Like, the most important Void Elf is Illyria Windrunner, so we chose female here. The most important High Mountain Tauren is Ala? Anya? I don't remember her name. The main girl, the leader. Most important Night Elf is Tyrande, so we chose Night Elf. Also, in Warcraft 3, there weren't even male Night Elves. They were all female, besides the Druids. So, we made a Night Elf female. Even though this should have been a male because the males were Druids. It's fine. Whatever. It doesn't always make sense, bro. It doesn't always have to make sense. Worgen is the only one that I'm willing to switch, but I think Shadow Priest Worgen would be cool. I think I chose this specifically because I love Shadow Priest, and no other class makes sense to be a Shadow Priest besides the Void Elf. But we went Warlock with Void Elf, where we can make this Shadow Priest. All right, this is the switch. This is the switch. We make Void Elf Shadow Priest because Illyria is a Shadow Hunter, but she also is used to be part of the Light. Now she's a Hunter. She's a Void Hunter. Shadow Hunter is a class that exists in WoW. It just has never been available to players. Illyria, Vol'jin were both Shadow Hunters. Worgen, we go to Druid. We go Feral Druid. Coltirian Human could be Shadow Priest too. Technically, yes. I could see that too. Yes. So we'll leave it the way it is now when we come to it, because this is still like 2 weeks away from before we get to Worgen. At least 2 weeks away. So we'll switch it then if we want to, but we go Druid on Worgen, Shadow Priest on the Void Elf, but then we only have one Warlock. Yeah, then we only have one Warlock. Interesting. Nightborn could be Warlock, but they're Mage for sure. They're Mage in my brain. They're Arcane Mage. Without a doubt. Even though we probably went Arcane Mage with Gnome. Maybe we went Fire Mage with Gnome. No, I think we went Arcane. I'm not sure. Either way. This strikes me as a Mage. No matter what, this is a Mage. I'm happy with most of them. Vulpira can be Warlocks. Everything can be a Warlock now. Every single class can be a Warlock. Lightforged Draenei can be Warlocks. They're trying to make it to where every single class can be every single race. But every race can be every single class. But they're having problems with Druid Shamans because of the extra cosmetics that go with those classes. It's a lot of work to design human totems and human druid forms. So those will be the longest, but basically every single race can play every single class right now, except for Shaman, Druid, Demon Hunter, and Evoker. Demon Hunters will probably be the next one that they let everyone be, but they have to come up with a lore reason as to why they're allowing new Demon Hunters to exist. Because all of the previous Demon Hunters that do exist are from Illidan's timeline. So, just like what they did with Death Knights to allow the allied races to be Death Knights, they have to rewrite the storyline to, well, now there's new Demon Hunter trainers, and they're teaching all of the races to be Demon Hunters. Evoker will never be every race. I'm assuming that'll be a dragon thing forever. That'll be a dragon thing forever. I don't imagine Evoker going anywhere else. But Druid and Shaman could easily get switched to being any class. Shaman specifically, I see me next. They can probably go to any single spec. And then Druid will be the last. But they had a really good opportunity in the most recent expansion with the Emerald Dream patch to let everyone become Druids. But they chose not to. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me for the stream today. We'll be playing Raid Day, first day Raid, trying to push Heroic, going for ahead of the curve on the very first day the Raid gets released tomorrow. Please come check me out. It's going to be very, very fun. We're going to be trying out the very first Raid that existed during Dragonflight, and it should be a pretty easy one, but a lot of the guildies haven't done it, so there could be some progression involved as well. Hopefully not that much. Like I said, thank you guys so much for the support. Until the next time I see you. Raiding tomorrow, stream should start at 8 p.m. Central. So until 8 p.m. Central tomorrow, play smart, play with your heart, always be red nose. Catch you guys next time. Bye!